Press statement. Karen villages protest expanding Burma Army offensives in Mutraw district. Displaced Karen villagers in the Salween Peace Park hold prayer villages calling for peace. Monday, March 19, 2018. Mutraw village tract Mutraw district Kapule. We, the indigenous Karen people of Mutraw and Kebu village tracts, peacefully gathered today to denounce and demand an end to the ongoing Burma Army offensive that forcibly displaced us from our ancestral lands and villages 2 weeks ago. Around thousands of us from 12 villages came to consult together, formulate our collective response to the ongoing emergency, and plan for our community security and humanitarian assistance. We also held traditional Karen ceremonies to pray for peace, freedom from fear, and the right to determine our own future. We, the indigenous Karen people of Mutraw district, have survived decades of civil war and human rights abuse at the hands of the Burma Army. However, since the 2012 bilateral ceasefire, we have taken the lead in efforts to build genuine peace in our homeland. Our communities are actively co-creating the Salween Peace Park, a 5,400 square kilometers indigenous Karen reserve dedicated to peace building, biodiversity conservation, and cultural preservation. These initiatives have grown out of years of effort to rebuild our war-torn ancestral villages, restore customary natural resource governance systems, and establish community forests and wildlife sanctuaries. Villagers who have fled recent and continuing Burma Army provocations are also among the 15 villages who have organized to protect the K-Shoulder Community Forest, 14,600 acres of old-growth forest and endangered species habitat. K-Shoulder Forest is an ecological and cultural sanctuary for our indigenous Karen communities. The Burma Army's actions now threaten to sabotage all of this. Our grassroots contribution to peace and community-based conversation in Burma or Myanmar. The Salween Peace Park brings people and nature together by creating conditions of peace and harmony, explains Sonia Gitu, a local indigenous elder. On the other hand, the Burma Army's actions cause trouble and scatter our people, preventing us from practicing our spiritual ceremonies, which we can only practice on our ancestral lands. More than 1,700 of our villagers, including the elderly, women, and children, have fled during the last 2 weeks and are now hiding in the forest. In this mountainous region, it is cold at night, and our people are suffering from physiological trauma and various illnesses, exacerbated by shortages of food and medicine. The Burma's army plan to construct a military road through our land threatens to permanently displace us from our ancestral homes and farms, and will push us into poverty and food insecurity. As indigenous people, we have spiritual connection to our ancestral lands, and we have come here today to reaffirm our commitment to protecting that connection and our way of life. I have had to flee Burmese soldiers ever since I was a little child, said Nopwe, an elderly woman from Mutraw. Now I am old. My whole life I have faced hardship and suffering. We don't want the Burmese soldiers to come here and build this military road. We just want them to let us live in peace. In order to save lives, prevent further escalation of armed conflict, and avert the complete breakdown of the peace process in our lands, we, the indigenous Karen people of Mutraw, hereby affirm our commitment to genuine peace and present our demands as follows. 1. Immediately withdraw all Burma Army troops back to their established bases. 2. Immediately cease all road construction activities between Tomopleme and Salayo military bases. 3. To international humanitarian actors to deliver aid through existing Karen community-based organizations serving the region. 4. to our KNU leaders and the Burma Army to prioritize the withdrawal of the 17 previously identified Burma Army camps in Mutraw, which are close to villages' lands and are a threat to their lives and livelihoods. 5. To the Burma Army, regional and international governments and organizations to respect and acknowledge our local and indigenous government structures for land and natural resource management, education, and health care. We, the participants in today's ceremony, solemnly place stones to build a monument commemorating this historic day and our people's sacrifices in the long struggle for lasting peace in our ancestral lands.